we're going to get started. Hey, music lovers, it's Byron with Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, and I am here with Mr. Spike Coggins. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time to join us.
Absolutely.
We are at a beautiful place. This is 7 Inn Ranch, Aspen Grove Campground, and what a beautiful place. What a cool venue.
It's pretty awesome over here.
Did you come last year?
I did not.
This is the second year for this festival, is my understanding. This is our first year as well.
Yep.
In fact, we had committed to be in Helix, Oregon at the Wheatstock.
Wheatstock, you bet.
Yeah, and I just, we go so much, this is in our backyard, so we thought we better just stick around. But anyway, this is called the South Fork Fest, which is not just music. They have it's an arts kind of gathering, art, cooking,
all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
it's really cool, and a lot of stuff for kids. This is very family oriented.
There was more kids running around last night than I've seen at a festival in a long time.
Yeah, awesome. In fact, we called our kids and said bring the grandkids up today, but they're out of town, so they're not going to make it. But I wish I'd have known. And next year we'll make sure we plan for it.
Absolutely,
because it's such a family friendly event, you know.
I definitely going to bring my family next year.
Some of them are not so family. You've been around the music scene a long time, so you know.
Some of them you just stay in your vehicle.
Yeah. So, but love these types of things, and we're hoping to stay involved with them for the future. So this is cool. But you have been I've seen you perform prior to this. Saw you at Highway 30, I think, and a couple other places. But knew that I wanted to sit down with you the first chance we got. This kind of happened for us, and I'm tickled that we finally get to do this.
This is great. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because you used to live south of Twin Falls, right?
North of Twin.
North. I don't know why. Yeah, Magic Reservoir. You were out there for a long time,
for a little bit, not very long, but long enough to try to get my mind together.
Yeah, and but you've since moved to Pocatello.
Since I've married, and I have a 2.5-year-old son.
Wow.
And living in Pocatello, Idaho.
Good for you.
Yeah.
How's that fatherhood?
It's amazing.
You'd never had any children before?
No, I just turned 55 this year, and my wife is amazing. My child is I don't know. I have cried every day for 2.5 years.
No, dude,
I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but I'm just so overwhelmed.
Children bring us a lot of joy.
How much he has.
Let me tell you what, grandchildren bring even more.
I bet.
So, and funny enough story, Lyle Lovett did not become a father until he was 59.
Sure.
And so he has 8-year-old twins. And he's 67 years old now, and he's got some great stories. And he wrote a song about him. He got on the bus here recently. He was and he said, "Mom is out." He said they were about the 5 at the time when they were still touring with him, but he said Mom's in the back of the bus, passed out. These two twins are running naked up and down the bus, and they're like, "We're having a naked party." And he goes, "Well, let's write a song about that." So he wrote a cool song and shared it with us and stuff. Great. So, but anyway, so yeah, fatherhood's great, but being a grandparent's even better. So I hope you get that opportunity.
I do too.
I do too. Well, good for you. So, so let's talk about Spike Coggins' music. You've been around a long time. Been doing this.
Yeah. Been doing this 10 years this year.
10 years this year. So are you doing it just full-time music?
Full-time music, stay-home dad.
Okay. So Mom has a full-time job?
Her family has a mental health business that they have, and she does the accounting for them. So, we are living the lifestyle.
I'll bet. I'll bet you are loving that stay-at-home dad.
I dig it. They where we live, we've got a really big yard.
Oh, fun.
A few neighbors.
Yeah.
And they flood irrigate. So, we go swimming on Friday.
Awesome.
The guys looking over the fence at the body shop, they're like, "What are y'all doing?" I'm like, "We're going swimming in the yard." They're like, "You know where that water comes from?" I said, "Yeah, it comes from the canal right up the way that waters all your veggies."
Yeah. The ditch.
Dude, water's awesome.
Why do you think you and I are still alive, right? Because we swam in the ditch and the canal.
You just moved to the side and drink up
and just get after it. I grew up on a farm in Aberdeen, so I've been exposed to a lot of stuff. So
we had a cherry plum orchard where I grew up in California.
So where'd you grow up in California?
A little town called Vacaville, California.
Yeah, I've been to Vacaville. Yeah, you're kind of north, Sacramento, kind of towards the foothills.
Yeah. So I was about an hour and a half from Chico.
Yeah.
And about 45 minutes from San Francisco.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was a fun place to grow up and leave.
How long you been in Idaho?
I moved to Idaho in '89.
Okay, so you've been here a hot minute.
After the '89 earthquake, I started coming up. I think I was 2, 3. My grandparents, family, dad's side of the family's in Boise.
Okay.
So started coming to Idaho in the early '70s.
Okay.
And then came up for a funeral. I think I was 16. I think I just got my driver's license, so my dad and I drove up, and I thought this is where I'm going to be, and then didn't realize that, a couple years later, after the '89 earthquake, my grandparents moved back to Boise.
Right.
I came up to give them a hand, and
never left. Oh, cool.
Ended up deeper in the snow, didn't grow up in it, and there's a big appreciation if you like it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I grew up in it, and I appreciate it, and it's water is the lifeblood of the West, right? And we need it horribly, and we've been dry for a lot of years. But that being said, there's a lot to be said about that sunshine in Arizona and Florida.
Absolutely.
We like those little warmer weather. Right. And as now we're retired and chasing this music and the podcast, we've been able to go, we all those episodes we've done and all those interviews we've done them in person from Montana to Arizona, Nevada, Texas, Oklahoma,
right on,
Nashville.
Man, so to follow the dream.
Oh wow,
or someone's nightmare.
However it looks. And honestly, we've had that conversation with a lot of artists that I've asked some of those people who spent time in Nashville. I said, is Nashville the place that musical dreams go to die? Sure. And for some people, it really has been, right?
It's a big pool.
But it's but if you can make a living for the past 10 years in Idaho, but we really do have a great music culture here, and it's getting better.
It's getting bigger and better. Absolutely.
Yeah. And more venues that are live music friendly. And we tell everybody there's no replacing live music.
No.
Spike, and that, right?
There's not.
You can put on a vinyl of Bob Dylan and listen to that, but there's no experience like sitting in a room and listen, which I've never had. But that being said, no matter who the artist is, that's right? Right. So,
and they're trying. They're trying since COVID has hit. There's been a big.
Oh yeah.
It's been a big.
Well, they crushed a lot of dreams in COVID for not just musical dreams, but lots of dreams.
Sure.
But nonetheless. So who really? I mean, you grew up in California. Who really influenced your music?
Well, I didn't really start playing music till I guess I was 30.
Wow.
I started playing, and I was. My musical influences were my friends.
Sure.
Because I wanted to be like them, I guess.
Sure.
And
the hurdy-gurdy girls.
Yeah. They are great, sweethearts.
We've seen them perform and met them. And want to sit down with them someday. But
they're great.
Yeah.
We actually had been a minute since I had been able to get together with them. And I had wanted to prior to us all putting a little project together called Spike Coggins and the Accused.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the hurdy-gurdy girls and then their significant others.
Okay. So, now the one, tell me, her husband or significant other plays he's kind of a big-time musician.
Marty, he plays with the Super Suckers.
Yeah, Super Suckers. Okay.
He is one of my best friends today.
Oh, cool.
It's amazing to have that type of person in your corner.
Right.
Because you don't always talk music, and music doesn't always lead to better music. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I could see that.
I get to hear stories of different things and different ideas that we all have the same want to.
Sure.
We come play here today in front of 100 people. We go play somewhere tomorrow in front of 3. It don't matter who you are or what you do. That's the game.
Well, that's the reality of it. I'll share a story with you. Since we started the podcast, we got to interview Sundance Head. Do you know Sundance?
I know.
Sundance was just in Blackfoot.
Right.
6 weeks ago.
Yep. I was actually playing in Pocatello the night he was playing.
And no one showed up. It was horrible. And not horrible. His live show is his vocals.
Yeah.
His vocals are spot on and some of the best vocals I've ever heard live. I would compare him to Stapleton, really.
Sure.
I mean, his vocals are amazing, and I just felt bad for him. And he goes, "Look, tomorrow night we're playing in Rogerson. You know where Rogerson is? Town of 80 people, if there's even 80, 40 people."
Yeah.
And he said, "We're sold out, 250 tickets, right?"
I think Eli Howard and the Greater Good were part of that. And Heath Owens.
Heath Owens, band, and we've met Heath and interviewed him and seen him live. Yeah. Good kid. There's so many talented people here in Idaho, you know, and so we've been fortunate to kind of venture away from here and meet a lot of great people in the music industry.
Sure.
But there's a ton of people. In fact, Lyle Evans, Pop Evans, they called me yesterday. Corey Grubb.
All right.
I interviewed Corey and I said, "Look, I want to interview Pops," and he called me last night and said, "Hey, we're going to be in." Over here in Wyoming, at Dad's. Yep. And he said, gave me the dates. Can you just come and do me interview? And I'm like, that'd be great. And then I looked at my schedule and I've got a conflict. I don't know whether I'm going to make it happen. But anyway, I'd love to hear those stories, because what we love to share is those backstories about the music. You know, Lyle played with Pino.
Lyle played with Chris Ledoux.
Yeah. I mean, and I've interviewed Ned. Yeah. So anyway,
and I think he did some stuff early with
Ned, probably so.
Kind of right when Ned was maybe taking off. Yeah, there was a bunch of the underground I think played with.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if you know the story, and I've shared this with other people on here, but you know, Ned was never intended to be a front man. Never. Well, he didn't even. I mean, literally after Chris died, he was touring with someone, and I think he was with Mark Seisel, and Mark said, and it might not have been Mark, but someone in the band handed him a guitar and said, "Hey, play us one of your dad's songs. I'm going to go grab a beer." And he goes, "Sure, I don't do that."
Right.
And he goes, "Yeah, you know your dad. I know the songs, but no, I don't do that. I don't sing, and I don't." And so it was never intended for him to be what he is, which not very many people know that story.
Right. No, that's great.
And that's what we like to share those stories.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Yeah, you know, the first time I met Pops, I was just starting to play music again. Not again, but getting better at it, I should say.
Sure.
And a buddy of mine, and we had a little project called Super Easy. It was just a 2-piece. The song was super easy. We'd play it for you.
That's my kind of song. And 3 chords and the truth.
That's right. We met Pops at an open mic in Haley, Idaho. He was living in Twin at the time, and he said, "Hey, can I come up and play some with you guys?" And we were like, "Sure." We had no clue who he was, and we get to bullshitting with him, and then we take him. We go out back, and we're hanging. He goes, "I got a song I want you guys to hear." Again, still no clue who he is. And we're standing out in the parking lot. And he pushes a tape in, turns this thing up. It's all fuzzy, rough cut, and I'm just like, "This is awesome." He's like, "Yeah, man, this is our new hit. This is gonna happen." I'm like, "Awesome." Still no idea who it is. Go back in, play the rest of the night with him. You know, just having he is a fantastic, humble human. He's awesome. And I don't know, 2 weeks later or something, someone's like, "Yeah, you know, this guy." I'm like, "What? The guy we were playing music with the other night is the bass player with Chris Ledoux's Western Underground." He's like, "Yeah." Look at my buddy. I'm like, "Yeah, we're making it, baby.
We've made it. We have not only are we made it. And we get to play with those guys." Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing, is to hear those stories and to get to know some of those artists. You know, like I met him when he was he played in Bone with Buddy DeVore, and the Faded Cowboys, and actually I saw him play with Buddy at BBR last year.
Gotcha.
And they do that version of Purple Rain.
Yeah,
that is just killer.
Yeah.
I mean, who'd ever thunk?
Buddy's great.
Oh, he's a great musician.
His band is awesome.
Yeah,
I like the fact that everybody has a little different bite to what they do.
Sure,
you know.
Sure.
It's for me. You know, I'm in the original sin part of it all, and there's not enough folks still doing, you know, original music and trying to get it out there. It's
well, and I think that's and we love the songwriter aspect of music and sitting down with songwriters, and we do a lot of songwriter festivals. We've kind of been, I don't know, I'm going to say pushed into that, but we had one experience and went, "Well, this is so cool," because it's way different than a concert.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, and everybody that's in that room
wants to be there,
and they want to hear what you have to share.
They're not there for the booze.
We interviewed an artist, and he told me, he said, he said his dad told him, who was a great artist. Well, Jerry Jeff Walker,
Yep.
Jerry Jeff's son Django told him. Jerry Jeff said, look, if you're going to do this, you got to love it. You absolutely have to love this, because you're going to be playing a set in a bar and everybody's talking over your music. They're competing with you.
That's right.
And they're telling a bullshit story over here, and it's just driving everybody crazy, the ones that want to be there. And he said, and you're going to want to get up and thump somebody.
Yeah.
But so you just got to do it and put up with it. But the songwriter deals are so unique.
Yeah, there's we played with a band called Old Death Whisper. It's been about 12 years now.
Okay.
And we went over to Belgium and did a 20-day, 18 shows in 20 days. And we knew nobody, and we had full houses.
How did you book a show in Belgium?
We booked a show through Surfing Airlines, and it was a tour. They booked American music, and we kind of got together with some guys, a band called the Pine Box Boys.
Okay.
They're out of San Francisco, California, and they're Murder Grass. His songwriting is amazing. They're awesome. But they had booked through these guys, and we were kind of following them guys for a minute, and got that information from them, and
sure,
booked it. And they set us up. They picked us up at the train station. We flew in, got on a train, picked us up in a van, drove us to a house. And then every night at 4 o'clock, you got in the van and drove a couple hours to wherever you were playing, got back in the van, drove home. It wasn't a sightseeing tour by any means. It was
right. Well, I know a lot of artists.
Great.
A lot of artists tour over there.
The appreciation of what goes on.
Well, and I think they love American music.
You don't have people standing in front talking over you.
Right.
I watched a full band stop, and the whole place quieted down. The people in the audience pushed the 3 people that were sitting up front carrying on to the back of the room. The band said, we don't want you talking and ruining the show for the rest of the people. You guys can go back there and carry on your conversation about Easter Sunday. It's quiet and calm as you could be, but it was very dynamic. And I have no problem today, after seeing that, no problem telling someone to shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I'm here sharing this. Well, first of all, at most events, they either paid a cover charge or bought a ticket.
That's right.
Why do you want to buy a ticket and come here and talk over the artist?
100%.
Yeah, so
and
we hate it, because even last night you're up there playing and we're over here doing interviews, and we miss. That's the downside to this. Yeah. We love this,
right.
the personal interaction, and we love to listen to your music, but we hate missing the show but that's the hazards of what we've chosen to do. But nonetheless, we're fans. We love your music. We love your style. You just got such a cool eclectic style.
Thanks.
I love the log chain on your foot there.
A friend of mine, River Street Guitars, was building cigar box stuff. He was building bedpan stuff. He built me a bass, upright coffin bass.
Really?
Awesome. So he started doing this really cool stuff, and I would take his instruments, he'd build it, give it to me, and I would go play it.
Right.
And so I've got a ton of his work, and the chain actually comes from a video. He was doing some research on another guy that was doing some building, and stumbled across this open mic that was filmed in Pennsylvania. And it was this old dude came walking out, 90 years old. He had a chain on his leg and the other end of it in his hand, with a board underneath his arm and a harmonica in his hand. And he dropped the board and started rattling the chain on the board, playing working songs. 20 minutes of just jaw-dropping awe.
Oh, you're
stuff
kidding
up and walked out of the room.
That is incredible.
I'm taking that.
Well, I got shamed into sitting at the fire the other night out to the BBR at Camp Run Amok, and there's an old boy had the wash tub bass. He had his walking stick, and I came over and sat down on the bench. Of course, it's dark.
Sure.
And he reaches under and he goes, "Excuse me, and he pulls the wash tub out." Well, I knew what he was doing, but I'd seen him walking around the whole weekend with this walking stick,
and
the
neck.
He just straps his string on there and goes to playing that wash tub, cool. And it was cool.
Yeah.
And of course, do you know Bethany that plays the squeeze box?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, she's the one who shamed me into coming over.
Oh, gotcha.
So I interviewed her and Ryan, her husband. You know, because they're in I don't even know I don't remember what they call their band, but. Anyway, she's as sweet as she can be, and so
I have yet to get to personally be in involved with those guys.
Oh, you haven't?
We talk all the time, Facebook stuff.
She
seems
owns
super
24 accordions.
I understand.
I said, Bethany, there's not 24 accordions in the next 3 counties surrounding Custer County. There's not. And she goes, probably not. And in fact, that day, she'd been to a garage. Well, she'd taken her garbage to the dump from the camp. And someone told her, they go, there's a garage sale and it has an accordion on it. And she said, Byron, I know every accordion in this county. And if they haven't sold them to me, they've given them to me.
Right.
And she said, I own most of them now. But
awesome.
but she didn't end up buying that one, which was funny.
I've got a few banjos that sit at home. And
is that's your go-to is the banjo?
Sometimes, yeah. I started playing the banjo because it was the noise I liked coming off of it.
Yeah.
I like rock and roll music. I like punk music. Bluegrass is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the same tempo as speed metal.
Okay.
So
you talk about all those things. So who really inspired your music over the years?
I would have to say,
besides the people that you played with, right?
Yeah,
that you wanted to be like, but big name bands. I mean,
man, that's tough. It's tough because I'm not in a category to say that. Again, Butthole Surfers but because I've got to know Jeff and the Super Suckers, because I've got to know Marty. I can ask questions.
Okay.
I play a song for my grandfather, 16 Tons. It was one of his favorite songs. So I play that for him.
Let's see who played. It was covered by lots, but I want to say, did Eddie Arnold play it, and maybe Marty Robbins? Tennessee Ernie Ford. There you go.
Yeah.
My dad's record collection was very, stuff you listen to. Same with your grandpa, right? Yeah. I mean, Eddie Arnold. I actually got to see Eddie Arnold live in Vegas. Awesome. My dad took me to that.
That's cool.
Bobby Vinton, some old school stuff.
Cool.
But so different genres. But I'm sure you
growing up, I like them. I like the Leonard Skinner is probably my favorite.
Sure.
Aerosmith. I've got my go-to records. That if I need to fade away, I got my go-to records I can put on. But my influences, guys I get to talk to.
Yeah, and I love that because you can share that, and you, like you say, you got a question.
I started late, so I didn't have a.
You're preaching. I started 2 years ago.
I didn't
playing the guitar.
You're on, man. You can't
I'm
stop now.
64. I play every day. I tell everybody I'm not very good, but I play.
Yeah,
and hopefully I get a little bit better every day.
I exert what I do.
Well, they invited me to play over here a little bit ago.
I'm not everybody's favorite, and I'm okay with that.
No, well, listen.
I'm not a bluegrass guy. I'm not a banjo picker per se.
Sure.
I play what I hear. And that's why I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm now getting to play and meet those people.
Have you met a guy? You've been in Pocatello how long now?
Oh, a few years.
Yeah. Have you ever met Jeff Young?
I don't think so.
Don't know Jeff. Jeff started playing again, Shanda, and I got to reach out to him. He's an old friend of mine. He's from California originally, but he lived in Aberdeen and was a farmer there, and we became friends. But a little bit of a recluse. I need to reach out to him, but I saw he posted something the other day, and he lives in Pocatello or around Pocatello somewhere.
Sure. But, it's when I'm home. If I'm not playing, I'm home.
Yeah.
Pretty much with the baby and my wife.
Yeah.
And it's
well, that's cool.
It's pretty
Well, you
neat.
found heaven.
I think so.
Yeah, good for you.
Sometimes it's hell, but I'm not real sure what,
Listen, if it was easy, everybody wanted to do it, right?
Right, they would.
It took you 50 years to figure out that that's what you wanted, right?
A possibility, and then 2 years after that, we got to it.
Well, cool.
It's been good. But.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
This is cool. We will. We're always. I see you. In fact, you played in Idaho Falls at the Zone, and I was out of town that day. In fact, Shanda, I was in Boise, and Shanda sent me a message. Do you see who's playing at the Zone tonight? And we try and go almost every week.
Oh, that's great.
And so, anyway, Heath Clark, did you get to know Heath? Yeah. So Heath Clark was our very first interview on this podcast.
Awesome.
And you know why?
Why?
His dad, grandpa, and uncle played at our wedding.
Awesome.
In 20. When the hell, what did we get married? 1982. That's what it was.
Nice work.
A long time
Memory's
ago.
good. That's why you're recording it now.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the whole recording.
Well, she's the producer. She's back there to remind me of all these dates and stuff. so she's, yeah. But Huh?
Mom.
Oh, Heath's mom went to school with Shanda in
Oh,
Sholo,
okay.
Arizona, and so real close knit.
Cool.
And then we were in Nashville in April, and Heath was out there at the same time we were, and we actually went to a write with him.
Oh, cool.
He was doing a song, and he just released a new album, and
Yep,
so
yep.
so he's
Yeah.
but he's finding out that
Yeah.
hanging out in Nashville's not it's not as easy as everybody says it is.
It's a big pool.
It's the big pool. So hey, do me a favor, will you grab that guitar and play me a little tune?
I don't play guitar.
You don't play guitar, you play the banjo.
I just
You play the
banjo.
Oh
I have a
my
banjo. You want to go
gosh.
get a banjo?
No, I'm going to let you off the hook. I'm going to have you actually sign that, though.
I'll sign
Autograph it.
Yeah,
Autograph it.
I don't play the guitar.
I thought you played everything.
Man,
Do you play the mandolin?
I don't.
No?
I'll give it a try. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny because we interviewed Sundance Head, and I said, Sundance, I want you to write me or play me a song. And he goes, I can't play this. And I said, why? It's got 6 strings.
Yeah.
He's a 5-string guy. So I said, take one off. So he took the low E string off and played it.
There you go.
There you go. Well, said and done. Played. You're not the first guy who said I don't play guitar. We interviewed a guy named Roger Murrah, who's a Nashville Hall of Fame songwriter. Plays the piano.
Yeah.
So I said, well, sign the guitar anyway.
Yeah, right.
Marla Cannon Goodman doesn't play.
Yeah.
She says I can play, but it makes me really nervous.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
anyway,
comfortable with it.
Yeah. So, but that's I've got to work on getting this one figured out before I ever try and pick up a banjo or a
Sure.
mandolin. Mandolins kind of would be the next one for me.
All right. That's what you're hearing.
Yeah.
That's what's the noise in your head.
Yeah.
For me, I went into a music store. I came off a river trip.
Yeah.
Went into a music store and I took a ukulele off the wall.
Yeah.
Kind of banged on it, and the lady said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Nah, I don't know." Hung it up and left, and came back after lunch and took a mandolin down. Did the same. There was a sound I was looking.
Yeah.
For. Did the same thing. It's the same lady. No, I'm okay. We came back at just before closing and took a banjo down, and that was it. She said, "Can I help you?" I said, "I'll take it." And she went over and tuned it because I get
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got it to my granddad's house, who called me Spike as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my mom's dad called me Cog.
Okay.
And so the Spike Coggins came about
Okay.
during that. And,
Yeah.
and so I took it over to his place, and he says, "Well, let's sit down." And he plays the organ. He plays this organ, not this organ.
Right.
At
Yeah.
97,
Yeah.
he'll tell
Right.
you
That's the organ he plays. Yeah.
Cracks me the hell
Yeah.
up. So he starts going into Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Oh, love it.
So as he's playing it on the organ, I am just like, well, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I literally just bought this banjo. No idea. It's all out of tune anyway. He's like, just hit that one string. I'm just,
Pluck, pluck,
same
pluck.
thing this bass drum's doing.
You just got the
That's all I
rhythm.
did.
Right?
He played the whole song. That was my first song I ever played on a banjo.
That's cool.
It was pretty neat.
That's a cool story. Well, I'll tell you, we all got to start somewhere,
We do,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
And so I have 2 ukuleles hanging on my wall in my
right.
office. They don't resonate. This one here, Smarty Pants, she's giving me attitude over here. So we bought them for her to learn how to play, so she could sing to the grandkids.
Sure.
And neither one of us have very much natural musical talent. Her mom was a songwriter and could play by ear.
Right.
She had a standard grand piano in her house.
Sure.
And Shanna grew up listening. Her sister plays, her brother plays. Neither one of us. I mean, I've had to really work at that. You know,
Right.
everything I
Me too.
ever had to learn, I had to work at it.
Me
right?
too.
I'm an
Me
old
too.
calf roper that. I mean, I had to work twice as hard as
I'm
everybody
Gemini.
else.
I gotta work 4 times as
So
hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, but Spike, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This
Appreciate
has
it.
been a lot of
It's been
fun.
a lot of fun.
And
Thank
we'll let you know. Give us a follow. So Musical Miles Podcast on all social media,
Right.
and we're on YouTube. When we release this, if you'll make sure you're following us, we'll give you a follow, and we'll let you know as soon as we
When it's
release
coming.
it.
All right, cool.
And then you can share it with it.
Love it.
Now, have you got any music out anywhere?
I'm getting ready to go into the studio. I'm
Awesome.
deciding which place to go to. Boise's my closest right now. I
Okay.
need somebody here today that's possibly got a rough demo spot for me to do in Idaho Falls. So
Yeah, Donnella. Did you meet Donnie? Donnella.
That's who I was talking with.
Yeah,
her
we
husband,
just interviewed.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian, her and Brian. Yeah, she was just telling us. But it's Spike Coggins and the Accused. I love that. That's a great.
That is on SoundCloud. There's a couple of tunes on SoundCloud with the girls, and they actually took their name from a song that I had written.
Okay.
About a story I had read about the Oahe and Bruno.
Oh no. Yeah. Tell me. I know exactly who it is. What's his name? That you wrote the story about. That killed the
Claude Dallas.
Claude Dallas.
Yeah,
that's the stories about Claude, right?
No, that's another song.
Oh, it's another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's one. There's a story of how the Joni Mitchell was a madam in Haley, and when Silver City started to get their boom, she moved her girls down that way.
Okay.
And a hurdy-gurdy girl was not a prostitute.
Okay.
They got in and they made money with dance and
dancing.
Drink.
Okay.
I'm sure some of them did the other, but the main idea was they were the girls that came over from the Hungarian background, that part of Europe.
Okay.
And so I'd written this song using the names out of the book, the history book, and then my friends Ann and Joy Lee and Natalie, they put a little wine band together, and they would drink wine after work and play music. And they've got an upright bass, fiddle, mandolin, guitar. And,
love it.
They just got a really great sound, and they scratched from the very bottom of the pit to get to where they are, and they're crushing it today.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they took their name from that song, so I use all their names in the song now. And,
awesome.
Wheelbarrow Annie was a character over in Snake River, outside of Mountain Home, I believe.
Okay.
And she had a peg leg and used a wheelbarrow to get up and down the canyon.
Oh, wow.
So I have Wheelbarrow Annie is my fiddle player, and Natty Longlegs, she's like 6 feet tall, so she plays the upright bass. Everything just kind of came together,
Fun.
And Sweet Joy Lee's from Tennessee. She can pick the guitar for anybody. Leather Lace, you're in the right place. All them gals got a painted face.
I love it. I love it. Hey, thanks again. This has been fun.
You.
Hey, we will catch up with you somewhere else, I'm sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll be in touch with you.
All right. Hey, for Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host, Byron, here with Spike Coggins. We'll see you somewhere down the road. Adios for now.